On the eve of the Istanbul Champions League Final, you weren't considered favourites because Manchester City were seen as almost unbeatable. But things panned out a little bit differently on the pitch, even though ultimately you lost the final. Now people are talking about a 50-50 toss of a coin. But I wanted to ask you, what sort of Inter side are you coaching at the moment? What sort of season has it been? Because when the goings got tough this term due to absentees, do you think that Inter have come through that? You're a stronger side. Do you think you now can compete against anyone and beat anyone? In terms of 2 years ago, compared with that, what we learned from Istanbul was our preparation in terms of how to approach the final. In the days leading up to match day -1, the training sessions that we had after the open media day to be ready to be here today. We know that every match is different. We've tried to really look at every last detail with a great deal of hard work, just as Niccolò Barella and Lautaro Martínez have said. And touch wood, we've still got the final training session this evening. It looks like everyone is available for selection. And over the course of 59 matches this season, I think I've only had a full 23-man squad to pick from on 3 occasions, as I do tomorrow. So there's a lot of confidence for a head coach to have everyone to pick from. That's all you can ask as a gaffer. You know that you can count on anyone. You know that all of these players are Inter players, that they have been chosen with the club, the senior management. I'm pleased about that. Hi, coach. I wanted to ask you whether after 4 years that you've been in the job, could this be the end, or the crowning glory? You came in, you won the 20th league title. You said that this match would count towards your future, but could it also be the perfect ending to a cycle? As for my future, I'll answer you so that no one else asks me any more questions about this. Tomorrow is the Champions League final. I said this on Monday and Tuesday. The senior management are here. We'll have a chat next week in a very relaxed manner. And as ever, we'll always have the best interests of Inter at heart. But what I can say is it's hugely exciting before every Champions League match. And of course, when it's a final, it's a little bit different. We've fully deserved to be here because we've shown a great deal of desire right from match day 1 away at Manchester City, Arsenal, Leverkusen, Leipzig, Barcelona, Bayern Munich. They're all top-class opposition, and I think we are deservedly here in the knowledge that we're still one step shy. You can't hold anything against these players. They've always shown heart and desire out there. They've always identified with the colours, and they'll do so again tomorrow night. Hi, Simone. I apologise for my Italian. Speaking with Luis Alberto, who played for you at Lazio before the semi-final, he said to me that you are a really underappreciated, underrated coach. Do you believe that? And do you think Inter are also underrated in the Champions League? Thank you. As for Luis Alberto, he's a player who really performed well for me, always put a smile on my face. He was a top-class player. As for Inzaghi and Inter being underrated, I don't know. All I can say is that this team, that this group of players, that this squad have given me a great deal over 4 years. We've won a great deal. We've lost on the odd occasion, as occasionally happens in football. But I think we've always given everything out there on the pitch. We, the players, the staff, the fans. So we're absolutely proud to represent Inter, and we'll do so again tomorrow in the final act of this season's Champions League. This is a competition that I dreamed of playing when I was a kid. I didn't make it as a A footballer, I only got as far as the Champions League quarter-finals, but thanks to this group of players, I've already managed to now be involved in 2 Champions League finals as a head coach. 2 years ago, you came into the game as underdogs against Manchester City and you produced that terrific performance. You were underdogs against Bayern and you went through. The same went for Barcelona. It's a little bit more even tomorrow in terms of the odds. Does that change your approach, and is that positive? And something else very quickly. What's the last thing you'll say to the players before you go out there on the pitch? As for the last thing that I'll say to the players before we go out there, I can't answer that at this stage. My heart will tell me what to say. As for who's favourites and underdogs, every game is a different kettle of fish. Matches don't come down to wage bills, turnover. It's players that go out there on the pitch. They know that they need to be very switched on and focused on every last detail. We know that often finals come down to key moments, big incidents. We were huge underdogs 2 years ago, but then our performance on the pitch showed that we went toe for toe with them, and maybe we might have deserved a bit more, despite the fact that we were up against Pep Guardiola and Manchester City and the best team in the world at that moment in time.